All right, good morning. The pardon board is reconvening. We're at Louisiana State Penitentiary. It is 9:48 a.m. and today is Thursday, October 30th, 2025. Good morning. Would the staff at Angola please introduce yourself for the record?
Deputy Warden Olivo.
Reginald Admiral, classification.
We got everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. And our first case, our only case there is Mr. Wheeler. Mr. Wheeler, would you introduce yourself? Tell us your name and DOC number.
My name is Freddie James Wheeler III, 29-1925.
All right, Mr. Wheeler, thank you, sir. You're here today seeking a commutation of your sentence, and you were sentenced in in Lafayette Parish in June of 2009 for simple robbery. You have another sentencing date in Acadia Parish, which was March of 2008, unauthorized entry of an inhabited dwelling. You received a 3-year sentence in Acadia and a life sentence in Lafayette Parish. So you're currently serving a life sentence. Is that information correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're classified as a 5th felony offender. Is that correct?
I thought it was a 4th felony.
Well, I'm looking at your master prison record and it says 5th offender. Unless there's something new. Warden Oliver, can you confirm his offender class?
If he got it, it's still.
Showing 5th.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Wheeler, your case has been assigned to Mr. Freeman. He'll introduce your guest there at Angola in just a few minutes, and he'll have some questions for you.
Okay, Mr. Wheeler, first thing, tell me what was going on in your life at that time? Looks like there was a lot going on. I mean, like you said, you're a 5th felony offender, and you've had 6 probation and parole revocations. So tell me, why should I believe that it's going to work this time if we were to give you some relief?
Through the years I've been here, I took all the programs and everything, and I rehabilitated myself. I'm very remorseful for all the wrongs I've done. To the victim that I committed a crime against, I'm very remorseful for all that. I'm remorseful to her family, to my family, and everyone that was involved. And with these programs, I really became aware of everything, and I want to do better in life.
Okay.
The programs have helped me out a lot.
Okay, we're gonna get into the programs. I'm gonna get into that with you when I get some more questions. Okay, so the programs have helped you. Tell me, why were you doing all of these crimes? Were you addicted to drugs? Problem.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was on drugs. I was on drugs, and
What kind of drugs?
I was using crack cocaine.
Okay, and what age you started using crack cocaine?
Maybe 19, 20 years old, maybe.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna come back to you. You have some speakers on your half, but first I want to talk to the warden. Warden, what can you tell me about Mr. Wheeler?
So Mr. Wheeler served about 17 years. He AU'd in August of 2009. He's a minimum A assigned to Wolf 4, and he works in the CDC warehouse, which is with Prison Enterprise. No disciplinary reports. I triple checked his chart just now.
Sure.
Sir?
18 years and he's had no disciplinary report.
Well, I just triple checked this chart to make sure.
I look back at it too. Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked, but I'm proud of him. Victims awareness and the letter training has been completed, and I do see his letter in his file. He took the healthcare orderly course in 2009. He's done anger management in 2012, thinking for a change in 18, 100 hours in 16, substance abuse in 2012, and then flipping through the chart, I noticed he has lots of, faith-based certificates just from, it looks like, what is this classes called? Correspondence courses. So he has lots of those in here, some of them being developing your faith, fasting for his glory, Christianity brotherhood, lots of them. And his tiger risk is low.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay, now we're gonna speak to the people that are here to speak on your behalf. First, let's hear from, well, let me go on and say who all's gonna be speaking. Channing Blake from the Parole Project, Lee Christopher, a pastor. Try this, Senegal Holton, your uncle. Senegal Garcia, your mother. I guess maybe I'm pronouncing that backwards. Houghton Senegal and Gracia Senegal, Austin Dijon, stepfather, and Terrence Senegal, your cousin. Now I'm gonna call on the people that wish to speak on your behalf. First, Channing Blake from the Parole Project.
Good morning to this honorable board. Channing Blake with Louisiana Parole Project, appearing on behalf of Mr. Freddie Wheeler. He's a minimum aid trustee. He has no DB reports because of his programming and his participation in faith-based programming there. We've accepted him into our program. Should the board deem it necessary to give him a favorable recommendation, we're going to provide him transitional housing, substance abuse evaluations, consumer norms, and many other programs. So due to his strong family support and due to his programming and rehabilitation, we ask that you grant him a favorable recommendation today. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Blake. Also, next we're gonna hear from Christopher Lee, your pastor. Mr. Lee, step at the podium, please, sir. Tell us what you want us to know about Mr. Wheeler.
One of my board members of the Tennessee Board. My name is Reverend Christopher Lee. I stand before you today not merely as a pastor, but as a witness to the remarkable journey of a man whom God has reshaped in the crucible of confinement. Mr. Freddie Wheeler has walked a long road, a road paved with reflection, repentance, and refinery. He has lived with the weight of his past choices as the foundation of renewed purpose over the years. Of course, 18 years, time has not only passed, it has worked upon him, carving humility with pride, once stood, and planting wisdom where recklessness once resided in his life. In him I have seen what cannot be scripted, rehearsed, or manufactured. The quiet speak of evidence of restoration. It is the restoration not only that one seeks release, but that one that accepts responsibility. Since his incarceration, he has maintained a spotless disciplinary record and devoted himself to personal growth, education, and faith. He has completed numerous personal development and educational programs. And more importantly, he has become a voice of those that seek peace and not conflict, and mentor to those finding their way. As a pastor, I have learned that redemption is not a moment. It is a process, often born in silence and sometimes watered with tears. And I stand before you this morning as a witness of what the process that have took root and bear fruit in Mr. Freddie Wheeler's life. Same God who judged also restores. The same justice that disciplines also seeks to make whole. True justice, I believe this morning, is not merely about the past a man cannot change, but about the future he is now prepared to serve. After 18 years, Mr. Freddie Wheeler has risen, not to deny his past, but to define his future, not to escape consequences, but to embrace calling. His life today stands as a living testimony that even behind bars, the human soul can be reborn. I ask this honorable board to wait not only on the offense, but the transformation, not only the act, but the aftermath of grace in his life. Today, your decision is more than administrative. It is sacred. It holds the potential not only to release a man, but to release a message that says to the world that redemption is still real, grace still works, change is still possible. And so I stand before you this morning with a heart full of faith and a voice full of conviction, believing that God has already accomplished in Mr. Freddie Wheeler, can now receive mercy through your wisdom. Let this be the end of a sentence, but the beginning of a story, one written not of guilt, but of grace. May the Spirit of God guide your decisions and your discernment. May His wisdom steady your judgment, and may His compassion crown your decision through your choices today. And may heaven bear itself that justice and mercy have once met again, and righteousness and peace have kissed itself again. Thank you. May God's grace be upon all of you.
Thank you, appreciate you. Okay, and now we're gonna hear from Mr. Terrence Senegal. Mr. Terrence?
How you doing, board? May it please the board. My name is Terrence Senegal. I am Freddie Wheeler's cousin, first cousin. I'm going to speak to you today on behalf of my family and on behalf of him, just in more of a capacity standing. In his capacity, he was habitualized in this matter, and the habitual offenders law doesn't preclude for some sort of restitution or restoration in the process. He's been remorseful. He's tried to reach out to the victim himself and, just the best he could. He made no quarrels about making a mistake this last time. This was drug induced. Nothing to hide from, nothing to shield from. It was a mistake. One that, he bared the price of. He's been clean in jail. He hasn't had a failed test. We'll support him on the outside. We can attest to trying to be the best support system as possible. My father's here. He's a deacon in the church. His stepfather's here, who's a business owner. His mother's here. He has a sister at home who's had children since he's been away. He's given almost 18 years on a 0 to 7 crime, almost 220% of his life. At this point, I believe he's the candidate, the prime candidate, to show that there is some rehabilitation even in a habitual law. That don't mean your life is completely in shambles and over. That he can stand the ground and come out and show that he's picked up trades, he's picked up a new leaf. He can be an example for a community that actually needs it. So I humbly come before you guys. I pray every single day for my cousin. I visited him. I can say I looked in his eyes as a man, and I was only 20 years old almost at the time. I'm 40 now. As a man, he's given his life to God. He's tried his best. We love him, and we always support him. So I just pray that we come before you guys and say that though we understand he made wrongs in his life, I think the 3 years that ran consecutive with this time and everything, he's given his due back to society. He's done his justice in here. He's trying his best. And I think that this is your prime candidate. Let's just give him a chance. And that's all I have to say. I'll keep it as brief as I can.
Thank you. Okay, let's get back to you, Mr. Wheeler. What changed? I mean, I gotta know. I mean, I see your past history, like I said, the supervision problems, the number of offenses. I mean, what has changed in your life that all of a sudden, I mean, your last time you was in prison, I saw you had a few little disciplinary hiccups, but you've had none this time. So tell me what changed.
I changed, my whole life changed because I don't want to do what I've been doing all my life. The wrong I've been doing it wasn't doing no good to me and nobody else. I hurt people mentally, and I feel very remorseful for that. That's a change that I really made, and all I want to do is be a positive person and help people in society. I want to be the best person I can be. I want to do right. And I really, really want to be free.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, I will say that all of the law enforcement is opposed, but the one victim that we could contact had no comment, left it up to us. She did say that she doesn't suffer any trauma from it. So tell me about your victim class. Tell me what you've learned, because there's been a lot of victims over your time.
I learned that it's wrong to hurt people. That's one of the main things I learned. And that it affect me, it affect them, and affect their family. It shouldn't be. You know, I can't change what I've done, and I'm very remorseful for it. And I wish if I could tell them in person that I'm remorseful for it, but I mean, I wrote a letter.
Mhm.
I wish you can read it.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, let's see, so there's just a bunch of road, okay. And you've served 18 years, correct?
Yes, sir.
This was a habitual offender bill, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Matter of fact, looking at all your charges, I think the simple robbery was the only one where there was a gun involved.
No, sir.
Wasn't a gun involved in that one either?
There wasn't no weapon involved at all.
Because all the rest of your arrests are non-violent. Okay, I have no further questions. I'll turn it over to my colleagues and Ms. Renata.
Mr. Wheeler, how far did you go in high school?
12th grade.
Finished? Have you tried to go any further in your education while you've been incarcerated?
No, sir. I didn't go any further with the education. I got into the hobby craft. I learned how to do leather work,
I see.
and
Okay.
that's been the trade.
No more questions.
Did you know the victim of the unauthorized entry?
Yes, ma'am.
She was a relative?
No, ma'am.
No. I just asked because I saw the same last name. I was just curious.
No, not that I know of.
What's your job?
I work at the CDC warehouse.
What do you do there?
We load and unload the supplies or whatever prisons may need or whatever we clean up. I mean, whatever they call for us to do, we do.
Did you have a job before you came to prison?
Yeah, well, I worked around to the shop at home sometime, but mainly I was landscaping, cutting grass, and doing different things.
All right, any other questions?
None of your previous convictions were violent offenses, but except 1994, you had a simple robbery, 2 counts of simple robbery. What happened back then?
Back then, that was a drug deal, and I got robbed. I was drugged 3.5 blocks hanging on, they pulled me at 3.5 blocks hanging on the side of a truck, and I was in a coma. When I came through, that's when I learned I had a simple robbery charge. But that was a drug deal, went bad.
But you pled no contest to it.
Yes, sir, because I mean, I when they say I robbed somebody, I mean, I was just amazed, I was shocked. I got robbed.
Okay. I don't have any other questions.
All right, Mr. Wheeler, I think we've done with our questions. I think we're ready to vote. Mr. Freeman.
Okay, Mr. Wheeler, my vote's gonna be to commute your sentence to 99 years with immediate parole eligibility.
Mr. Tillis.
I concur with Mr. Freeman, and I hope that you continue making yourself better.
Mrs. Stapleton.
I concur with Mr. Freeman, and I do think that you've got your mind on the right path, and I wish you every luck.
Mr. Prater.
I'll concur also with the understanding that you have served all of your sentence on the robbery, and have served 11 years on a habitual offender, as a habitual offender, correct? Is that about right?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, my vote's to deny. I'm sorry.
All right.
All right, Mr. Wheeler. I'll echo what Warden Oliver said. I'm proud of you. My vote is going to be to commute your sentence to 99 years with immediate parole eligibility. So you got 4 votes to commute your sentence, and that's the recommendation we're going to make on your behalf. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
That concludes our business. Warden Oliver will sign off at 10:08.
Thank y'all.